What's good, everyone? This your main correspondent, Alan Taylor, and I'm back in the broadcast room yet again. And guess what? Always with another one. But this is the thing here now. So of course, we're on the Shannon Sharpe situation. So we have this young lady right here. She's trying to say that they should nail Shannon Sharpe to the wall. I mean, put it on him, lock him up, do him bad, put him up under the jail. It's crazy out here. It's crazy. So we're going to hear what she has to say, and we're also going to hear the audio of the conversation between her and Shannon Sharpe, and we're also going to see what Shannon Sharpe's statement about the situation. So let's dive off into it. Quarters, nickels, and dimes, people.
Sharpe. Actually, nail him to the wall. Men like Shannon Sharpe go after women whose frontal lobe have yet to develop, and then when they prove to you that they are still children, it's how dare she try to manipulate me? How dare she try to get money from me? Why do you think she was fucking with your old ass? No, really. Why would a 19-year-old go after a man in his 50s who...
That's easy. I mean, at that age range, most of those men do have a substantial amount of money. And definitely if they're unmarried, things like that, they're willing to spend it in certain type of ways and things. I mean, these are just facts. Young women know this stuff. We're talking about an OF model here. Regardless of what this young lady wants to sit here and say or whatever, and it's just crazy. It's just crazy. The lack of accountability for this young lady that's trying to pull this stunt is it's horrific.
She also knows is only here for a good time. Y'all keep doing this. Y'all keep doing it. It keeps happening because y'all have spent y'all years mistreating women. And then because women have dealt with shit their entire life, they're like, that's baggage. No, that's called common sense, because a woman will no longer allow you to play with her once a woman gets to the point where she's like, wait a minute. That's when y'all want to be like, oh, she got baggage. She got baggage. She got boundaries. And y'all don't want women with boundaries, with self-respect.
So a woman has to get older to have boundaries? I mean, aren't you supposed to have those when whatever age you're at? Now, my take on this here is yes, she is talking out the side of her neck. The young lady that's dealing with Shannon Sharpe, she's obviously trying to, manipulate the situation. Now she's sitting around here talking about, well, why you think she went after you and this and that, or she, dealing with you. Yes, of course, we know why she's dealing with him. That's the whole point. We know Shannon Sharpe, wants to deal with a certain type of chick, and that's cool. That's, He don't want to deal with no marriage and all that other type of stuff. Okay, fine. But that doesn't mean that you're supposed to be, taken to the cleaners or accused of doing something that you didn't do because, well, why you think she was dealing with them? It was technically for the money, of course, but that don't mean you're supposed to treat people dirty. What is she talking about? That don't mean you're supposed to treat people dirty. That's trying to deal with you. She lucky somebody want to deal with her OnlyFans ass.
I want little girls who is going to do whatever y'all want her to do for a little bit of change. You want that phone telling that girl that you're going to choke the shit out of her and that she going to like it.
Because they were role playing. Obviously, see, look at this chick right here. Look at the chick on the screen. Obviously, she ain't never had no man role play with her or pin her up against a wall and do her down real good. She probably ain't never had that. You could tell by the wig she wearing, because most men that do that type of stuff, we like to grab chicks' hair. That's why we like chicks with real hair.
So what the French toast is there to think about?
Okay, let's keep that real. Pin her up real good, stuff like that. Yeah, she ain't never had that happen. So she don't do no role playing. So she not gonna understand how role playing works and what words people use and, you know, things like that. We already know that the chick was in the BDSM. She said it herself in the text messages. Come on, people. See, she talking out the side of her neck. We got the same information that I know she could get hold to. She got to look it up.
And now she's trying to get over on you and you mad. She's in it for money. She's in it for the money. Where y'all problem is, y'all think y'all are bigger than the program. Y'all get so full of yourself that you genuinely think this child wants you for real.
Oh my goodness. We already know Shannon Sharpe clearly said he not trying to marry nobody. He know that chick didn't want him like that. Not like that. It's the talking out of the side of the neck for me. When these people are saying things that are not facts, you know, I guarantee you she don't watch Club Shay Shay or Nightcap, none of that. Shannon Sharpe has said plenty of that. He ain't worried about getting married, nothing like that. He like to have fun. He like to chill out with the fun girls, basically. You know, so he already said that. Now, that doesn't give people the right to make up lies on you and try to basically steal money from you because you broke and you sorry and your OnlyFans ain't doing good out here.
Men like that scare me.
I bet they do.
Because what does a 56-year-old and a 19-year-old have in common? Actually, she's 20 now and he's 56 now. So a 55-year-old and a 19-year-old have in common. What? What do you have to talk about? What life experiences do y'all have to discuss? None. And anytime, and I know men are gonna find their way in their comments like it's legal. If you have to say it's legal as a way to defend your dating preferences, you're a predator.
Oh, hold on. Here we go. Now they're a predator for dating women that are legal. Oh my Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Now listen, look, on my end though, you know, for me to be in my 40s, yeah, you know, sorry, 19, 20, all that type of shit, that's way too young for me. My preference, basically, you know, my preference, you know, I go a good 10, maybe 12 years, my junior, something like that, you know, and dealing with a chick. But, you know, every man different. And this is the thing right here. She's talking about justifying it because it's legal. No, sweetheart, when Tracy Ellis Ross gets on the grind out here in the future. Yeah, y'all hear about it. Yeah, we all know about it. We all know about it. Yeah, she dating young boys. She ain't dating no 30-year-old cats out here.
So what the French toast is there to
Tracy Ellis Ross is not going to deal with the 30-year-olds. She reaching all the way to the 20s. Now, I'm not saying she going to get her a hot 19-year-old. Okay, maybe not. But, you know, dude going to be fucking, you know, maybe 21. She going to reach back. Then you got Drea out there. She 40-something years old dealing with a hot 20, a hot 21. What, a hot 22? 20 with it. How old is a Drea baby daddy? He young. I guarantee you, you know what I'm saying? He ain't over 21. So I'm just saying out here, you got these old girls out here, these Krugers, whatever. They are engaging and dealing with these young men. Drea had a whole baby by that boy. You know what I'm saying? Screwed his head up. Now you got to pay this chick the rest of his life. You know, he still think he winning for some reason. I don't understand it, but hey, though, that's just neither here nor there. But, you know, yeah, nobody's calling these old chicks out that are dealing with these young dudes. And then on the top of this, I'm going to reach here. I'm going to go there too. It seems to be that, you know, if you pay attention to the news here lately, it seems to be a recent uptick in a lot of female teachers dealing with their male students. So, you know, and that's the illegal part. Okay. That's the illegal situation. But for this situation with Shannon Sharpe, it of course it's not illegal. And at the same time, though, too, that doesn't give this young lady the right because her frontal lobe is not developed, just like Drea's boyfriend and the dudes that Tracy Ellis Ross is finna let hit. Okay. And she's probably gonna be breaking a little change off on the back end too. Let's keep this real. She want to get her a hot, tender, buff dude, young cat. Yeah, she gonna have to break a little bread. Well, also, you mean to tell me Tracy Ellis Ross is gonna get some young 20-year-old to pay her to deal with her?
And what the French toast is there to think about?
Y'all got this shit fucked up out here. Think Tracy Ellis Ross ain't gonna have to break no bread out here. Oh, she gonna be breaking some bread. All right, so we're gonna keep it moving from this bat right here because this is serious, man. And Shannon Sharpe is getting nailed to the wall, man. And it's a sad day, bro. This is sad out here. Yeah, I had to hit the ambrosia. Shout out to ambrosia. You know what I'm saying? That's what the Greeks used to drink. All right. So let's go here now. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go to here and we're going to hear Shannon Sharpe's the conversation that he had with the young lady. Let's go here now. Quarters, nickels, and dimes, people. Hold on. Why ain't that shit working? Sorry, you got. Here we go.
Get mad at, and you're just gonna hang up on me. So I feel like
I'm not gonna hang up on you. Here's what it is.
what does that even mean?
Nothing yet. You want to be a dick to me now, so
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
oh Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm gonna choke out of you when I see you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do. I don't think you have a choice in the matter.
Anything I say.
Hey, listen, look, man. I don't care what nobody say, especially if you're a man, bro. Like, and foreplay. Chicks talk like that. They're gonna tell you, no, I don't want to be choked. But she didn't sound like it was like this egregious thing for her to get choked. Like, she said it in such a subtle way, like, it turned her on. I don't want to be choked. What? So now all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, Shannon Sharpe was doing all this SAing and stuff right here, when clearly if you are a man and you dealt with women and you know what I'm saying, engaged with women in the bedroom and you actually got down with the chick and, you know what I'm saying, put up against the wall, grabbed her hair, you know what I'm saying, smacked her a little bit, you know what I'm saying, while you pounding her out here.
And what the French toast is there to think about?
Man, they be loving it. I don't know what you talk about. Wake up the next day, you may have some toast on the line. I don't know what they be talking. Listen, look, like that last chick I showed you. Yeah, she never had nobody make her like that so she can get up and make some toast in the morning. That's what's going on with her. She mad ain't nobody to put her in the figure eight so she can get up and put some bacon on the grill. For real. She bitter out there. I ain't never had nobody make me want to get up and make no breakfast.
And what the French toast is there to think about?
Right. I'm just being honest out here. All right, so we're going to keep going. We got the other side of the situation with the audio. Let's go here now. Let's check this one out.
Well, you're coming to LA tomorrow?
Yes.
Well, I don't know why you want to go out.
Don't worry about it, Daddy.
Well, okay.
Okay, what?
Well, I'm not really interested in getting choked, so I guess we're going.
Yeah. I might choke you in public.
Now hold on here. if y'all don't understand by now that this is role play, do you honestly think that Shannon Sharpe is going to carry this girl out in public and choke her in public? Do you really honestly think that? If y'all don't understand the mindset of foreplay, and you know, like the text messages also said the girl is in the BDSM, she wanted, you know, a big black baby in her and all this type of stuff. Listen, look, man, you got to actually wake up and see what's going on here. Yes. Now, was he set up? Yes. Was he not paying attention? Yes. Sorry, Uncle Shannon, you wasn't paying attention, bro. You was not paying attention. You know what I'm saying? And then sometime too, you know, he may have not been paying attention, and also too, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, he just didn't see the signs. You know, could have been unfocused. But these are the things here. I don't see how y'all don't see that this is foreplay. You know, especially my men out there that have done foreplay. Y'all know this is foreplay. For those that haven't had that opportunity with a lady, yeah, y'all. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you need to do something, bro. Obviously, the chick ain't been interested in you enough to want to do foreplay with you like that. You know what I'm saying?
Big black guy chokes small white woman.
It's not a good look, Shannon.
Not a good look that you do what you did to me.
Okay,
Well, what? Well, what?
Okay, so you know what I'm saying? Basically, listen, look, of course, this is not all the audio. We only getting, you know, basically snippets of a whole conversation and things like that. You know, it's crazy to me that, you know, we're going on with this situation off just little tidbits and stuff like that. But this is where we at. You know, this is all we can actually gather because you know, they're not releasing whole audios and stuff like that. So we're gonna go here now and we're gonna check this out. This is what Uncle Shannon had to say, you know, his response to the whole situation. Let's do this.
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey, Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys. Thanks.
All right. Now this is where we at right here. Shout out to Unc. But you know, yeah, I'm steadfast on this is a shakedown. And I wonder who else Tony Busby has in his little book of shaking down out here that he's going to try to shake down next. You know, it failed with Jay-Z. I think it's really going to fail with this one too. So Tony Busby may be ended up with a record of failure trying to go after these rich men, you know, and it's just to me that, you know, we live in a society to where certain type of women can pull things like this off. And before the evidence really comes out, everybody's already ready to definitely throw the men under the bus. And, you know, then after, you know, shit comes out and things like that, just like with the Jay-Z situation, after everything came out and it didn't work out for Tony and come to find out it wasn't true, this and that, nobody sent the retraction out for Jay-Z. Nobody sat there and said, well, this was wrong and she was lying and Tony Busby's full of shit out
What
here.
the French toast is there to think about?
Nobody said that. Nobody said that. Nobody even discredited the Tony for the crap that he was trying to spew. Man, I don't understand this new age stuff. I get it, to a degree. It's all about the dollars. I understand that. But then, too, it's always innocent until proven guilty. Now, we got snippets of conversations and stuff like that. And people have snippets of the text messages. I don't have the text messages, but I pulled up these audios here. And out of a long conversation, it's one of them was like a minute and some change, and the other one's like 40 something seconds or something like that. And out of a long conversation, excuse me. And this is where we at right here. When you at this point, man, people will do anything to get the bag off you because these people are starving out here. She's starving and the lawyer's greedy.
So what the French toast is there to think about?
But it is what it is, though. Shout out to all my subscribers. Mad love to y'all. If you're new to the channel, please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Make sure you ring that bell to be notified whenever I decide to post things. And like I always say,
and that, my friends, is the bottom line.
That, my friends, is the bottom line.